Hi, good morning. I'm Dick P. and I'm an alcoholic. And they asked me here at the intergroup office if I would repeat my story, so I thought I'd give it to you on film and tape. And it started 49 years ago in the town of Bothell. I was given my third and last DWI, I hope. That was when they called them DWIs, driving while intoxicated, before the DUI designation came along. The connection, when I got a lawyer, he said, well, you're going to be seeing a judge. He said, you might want to do some work on this. I said, you bet. And I went before this judge, Tony Wartnick, out in Bellevue, bless the man. And he said, Dick, he said, I know you're married and have 5 kids and a wife at home and a good job. So rather than put you at 138 days in jail, I'm going to give you a probation. And that'll be 6 months. And during that 6 month probation, you will attend 2 AA meetings a week. Ah, oh, who, me? I only drank beer. I wasn't an alcoholic. Well, I had to go, and I went and I followed my counselor named Barbara Starr, who had just opened a couple of months before that the Bellevue Community Alcohol Center. And she was going to Medina because she lived down there with the wealthy. So, of course, I went to Medina on Monday night, and it was very impressive. There were Porsches and Lamborghinis and all kinds of Mercedes were a dime a dozen out in the parking lot. I figured, boy, I've arrived. Well, I sat there and said, I'm Dick and I'm an alcoholic at the first step table, and that's all I ever did for 6 months. Well, Barbara obviously got the message that I wasn't getting the program. So she must have told the judge, because when I went back for my 6 month review, I had a party planned and I was going to have a lot of good times. And he said, Dick, you look really good. And I said, I feel good, Your Honor. He said, that's good because we're going to let you do it another 6 months. Boom. He got me. And so in that second 6 month period, I had already fired 2 sponsors, guys that used to drink in my tavern called the White Trumpet Tavern in downtown Seattle. And he approached me one day and he said, Dick, come on. He was a deacon in our church at St. Brendan's at the Catholic Church. He said, we're going to take a meeting up to the seminary to Father Jim Buck. He can't get out. He's stove up. He's so bad. So we're going to go up and take a meeting to him. And we started in the kitchen on a Sunday night at 7. And the three of us met, and Eamon said, well, what'll we call it? And I said, well, I'm starting to work the 12 steps. We can call it the 12 and 12, the 12 steps and 12 traditions. Okay, that's it. And the next Sunday night, we had 8 people. And the next Sunday night after that, we had 13 or 14. And all of a sudden, we quickly grew to 20 people on a Sunday night. And Archbishop Hunthausen lived across the hall, and he kept asking the officials of the church, he said, what are those people doing in my kitchen? Well, they found out, they sent us down to a kid's classroom down in the school part, and the chairs were that square and hard as a brick. And that didn't last very long. One of the guys took off and went down to Kenmore, and he found a really good place. Had 2 big rooms in it, 2 bathrooms, a large kitchen. I mean, it was really a good layout. Well, it was the back room of the old Kenmore liquor store. We knew where to go. And it was owned by Norm Moss, who was an old Roosevelt High School buddy of mine. And we went back there and he said, well, I've rented the place. He said, you can't come back here. What do you mean? And by then we had, 4 or 5 meetings a week, and 2 or 3 at night. And he said, well, nobody contacted me about renegotiating the lease. So he said, I rented it out. Oh, God, we've been tossed out. Oh, Lord. Well, a California couple, a man and wife, went looking down through Bothell, and they saw that little place with the paddle wheel that goes round and round. And they said, well, that's cute. And they went in and went upstairs, and they found 2 better rooms and a bigger kitchen. I mean, it was really, really comfortable. And so we got that one. Well, that was directly above Mama Hoopa's Tavern. So we moved from a liquor store to a tavern. That was pretty good AA thinking. They eventually moved up to the country village and stayed there a long while. Now they're in Woodinville. And I was surprised to see that when I went to the meeting in Woodinville a couple of weeks ago, I asked for a schedule and they gave it to me, and there are 35 meetings per week. Per week. That's 5 a day roughly. And I thought, how many people come here? Well, it could be 5,000, 5,500. So here we were, 3 guys on a Sunday night from the seminary turned into this huge, huge meeting called the 12 and 12. And I stuck with that. That was my home group for a long time. Since I moved from Bothell up to Arlington, and then moved from Arlington to Shelter Bay and LaConner, and from there to Anacortes. And now I'm a member of a home group called Dawn Patrol in West Seattle. I got the call of the grandchildren. They live in West Seattle and they wanted to see Grandpa down here. So, of course, I moved, and now I'm sitting here in the heart of Seattle, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. And I want to tell you people that it's easy to get 49 years in this program. All you have to do is go to meetings. It works. Thank you. Bye-bye.